Hey guys, what's up? So today I'm going to be doing a video update video on the diorama that I'm doing. There's going to be a video before it, which you guys will see, which was like a teaser type stop motion, which basically just shows kind of what's going to be going on. As you can obviously by the unboxing, I did get the Manitowoc 18,000, which is huge, as you can see. And I also got the Link-Belt 8100, and that's the second edition. I know they made a first one, which was a little bit better actually, because I know the door opened and stuff on it, but this one doesn't have that detail. But it is definitely a nice model, and I'll have a review up of both of them, the 18,000 and the 8100 Link-Belt. Also, I did get the Freightliner in the ATS livery, which is the blue one, as you can see back there. And right now it just has the little Yard Boss as a load on it and stuff like that. I have it all strapped down and chained and stuff like that. That'll be in the first stop motion for this Dio set. That'll be getting unloaded and stuff like that. I'm gonna be doing a whole bunch of stop motions with this Dio, simply based upon that I kind of enjoy doing them when it comes to cranes, because they're a lot easier to make, because everything kind of just, for me personally, goes a little more smooth than when you use like an excavator or something like that, because it just doesn't always stay up or work as well as I plan. So basically what's going to be going on here is just, this is going to be like a 4-part Dio thing, because obviously the size of my table I can't do, 4 huge ones. But 2 of them are going to consist of using the 18,000, and the other 2 are going to consist of using between the 16,000 and my 4100 ringer, and various other cranes. Throughout the whole dial, I'll end up using all of my cranes that I have, which is, now I actually have quite a few, so I'll be using all of them, but I'm definitely going to use the 18,000 in the first 2. This one, what's going to consist of is basically, sorry guys, trying to move it over, right, this little contraption type thing I made here, which is kind of just a frame or whatever. In this big spot here, I'm going to be lifting, the 18,000 is going to lift in like a transformer type powerhouse thing, which is going to kind of, which will hold like a couple transformers or something like that in the inside, which I'm not going to show obviously, but I did make the box and stuff like that, and it's going to be like a giant powerhouse that's going to lift down into here, which will be pretty cool. That one's going to be a stop motion too, and it'll be really fun to do, and I'll definitely enjoy doing it. Because it's going to be a big lift for the 18,000, which will be really cool, because it's, it's what it's made for. It's huge. So that's the main point of this Dio, is to have the big lift, which is going to be having like a powerhouse lifted down into here. And that'll be pretty cool. I know the only thing that I didn't get for this Dio, which I wanted to get, was the like an SPMT or one of those Goldhofer trailers, however you pronounce it. Because I really don't have any heavy haul trailers or heavy haul trucks or anything like that, which is something that's definitely the next thing I'm going to get. I kind of wanted to complete the whole cranes thing. I wanted to get as many. I pretty much have almost all the Manitowoc cranes now. The only one I don't have is the 4100 dragline, which I don't think I'll end up getting unless I get it really good on a sale, just because it's identical to the 4100 crawler, and other than that, I don't even think I'd use it in the dragline configuration, so I'd probably just end up using it as a regular crane. I don't really need it. And there's a few other cranes that I'll probably get variously here and there, but other than that, I'm pretty much good for now on cranes. But otherwise, so yeah, there'll be a big lift here, and then that'll be the main point of the Dio. So it's probably not going to be a super long one, but there'll be 4 parts to this one power plant Dio, which will be pretty cool. I did kind of get the idea from like Crane Dude 07 and a few other people, which I've always wanted to do, and I just, with the cranes I had, they really weren't power plant type of cranes or whatever, and I know the 18,000 now, it's a massive crane, so I figured I'd do some big lifts, and I figured, well, doing something like a power plant one would be pretty cool to do, and I was kind of really, well, I wasn't really excited to do it and get the crane. So as you guys do, I said or beginning of the video that you that first stop motion, comment on that and stuff like that, tell me what you thought of that one. I tried to do it best I could. It was not too long, but it'll be a good one to just a little teaser one to show you kind of what the Dio looks like, a few different things that's going to be going on. In the next stop motion, basically what's going to happen is I'm probably going to lift the little Yard Boss Grove crane off of the trailer instead of driving it off or doing anything like that. Just kind of lift it off. Maybe with the 8100, haven't really decided yet. I really don't know what other cranes I'm going to put on this one because I'm kind of running out of room. Obviously, the 18,000, as you can see, takes up that entire back space there. And I do have, as you can see, I have crane mats that I made. I actually just got a few. I got four 4 feet like pieces. They look like this. I got them from Home Depot. They're not too thick, but they're long. I mean, they're 4 feet, and I cut them into about 8.5 inches wide. Because the crane itself, from side of one track to the other, is 8 inches, and I figured I'd do about 8.5. I could have done them wider, but I would have run out of like board, and I really didn't feel like going back and getting another one. They run about $1 something a piece, and I got 4 of them, so it came to like $7 or $8. Not too bad though. So, otherwise, and I do have to say the Link-Belt 8100 is a really awesome crane, so I do recommend it. But I'll be doing a review on that anyway to hear more on it. Basically, there's not a whole lot of big things. As you can see there, I have the little sticker that says New York Power Company. I wasn't going to use a particular power company name. I just didn't feel like doing that. I figured I'd just type something up like that, and it looks kind of nice. As you can see here, we have a little ladder. I've been making these ladders out of like chicken wire type stuff I got in Home Depot. It's actually pretty cheap. It was like $7 for a huge roll of it, and when it comes to using it in like 150 scale, it's actually really, you see how much there is. So I've only used a little bit, and I've made quite a few different railings and stuff like that. So this is a little like thing that you have the outer cage here. I guess I can zoom out a little bit. You can see the outer cage and then the ladder going up behind it. I was thinking about painting that, but the problem was I ended up gluing it on before I painted it. So I didn't feel like taking it back off and painting it and stuff like that. All the other ones I did though, but I think it looks fine like that. Up here, as you can see, that's just a little thing you guys saw that was lifted. That's a yellow ladder with the yellow caging. That goes up some sort of like an exhaust deck I was trying to get an idea of. And it's supposed to be like a little platform. I was going to make it more sturdy, like make a little wood frame and then put the screen on top as like the flooring. It's just regular screen, like door screen that I used. It's aluminum door screen, so it's stronger than the softer one. And the little handrails and stuff like that going around. I think it looks pretty good. It's just the only thing is I definitely probably could have made the flooring a little bit stronger so it didn't bend like that, as you can see. But I mean, I don't really care. In the next couple sets of this style, I'll probably do a little more work into it. I have to get some more balsa wood and stuff like that to make it, but I just did it for that, like that for now. And this thing I just made out of some wood, old wood that I had actually. I was thinking about going out and buying a bunch of more balsa wood and stuff like that, but I ended up having it, so I figured why not use it. And I just kind of did little, like, support braces here and stuff like that. It's not really that. It's big, but it's nothing super special. But it's just supposed to be like a frame above like the powerhouse where they can walk around and work on it. These are just same little metal handrails going around the entire thing, as you can see. Excuse me. And then just little handrails, little walkway here in the back. As you can see, little walkway going here. The handrails aren't 100% straight. Couldn't really get them perfect. Just they are kind of difficult to do. But I'm sure as I use them as time goes on, they'll get a little bit better and easier to work around. Because some of them came bent right on the roll. So trying to straighten them was kind of a pain in the ass. But I eventually got it going. And otherwise, and I use screen as like the flooring kind of for it. Because it seems pretty good for a 150 scale setup. As you can see, I got the, again, the Yard Boss chained all down. I really did some work on that, chaining it down. And straps and stuff like that. The flatbeds, I recommend anybody to get the flatbeds. I mean, diecastmodels.co usually gives them away all the time if you buy a model or something like that. So if you have the money to do it, might as well buy one because they really are a great model. They're just good to have, especially if you have cranes. They look great with crane loads and boom sections and stuff like that. And they just kind of go. And you can never have enough flatbeds and stuff like that. And then you have a little row of trees and stuff like that, some barriers. The little 924G with some, as you can see, in the video, that little stop motion I had unloading some materials, stuff like that. Here we have a fuel tank kind of in the trees, and then some power lines, which aren't great because I didn't have black like wire, but if I end up getting it, I'll probably just switch it. But for now, I think it looks fine. Also, check out my Facebook page, which has a bunch of pictures from this dial on it already. Pictures of the 18,000 on the link belt and stuff like that. And I'll keep updating it as people keep watching it and stuff like that. For you guys who are already on that, thank you. Other than that, though, basically, that's about it. I just figured I'd show you a video just showing you what the dial is about. So it's less for me to explain during the stop motions, a little less for you guys to read too. You guys can just enjoy watching them and stuff like that. So basically, if you have any questions on it, just ask me. I'll explain it to you. But other than that, I hope that kind of just gives you a roundabout idea of what's going to be going on in this dial. And dials up, to come, which are going to be more power plant dials. So the next 4, or including this one, 4 of them are going to have the base around one power plant, which will be pretty cool. The next one with the 18,000, I'm going to lift a big generator I have. It's a big cat generator. It's actually 1/25th scale, but it looks kind of cool with a big crane. But that's something that's coming up soon. So this one won't be a super long one, probably a few days worth of a dial, like stop motion wise. There'll be a few different videos, maybe 3 or 4. And then I'll move on to another one. They're not, huge ones like a lot of digging or anything like that. I'm probably not even going to have, excavators or nothing on it, just because there's not a whole lot to do with them. It's basically just lifting a big powerhouse into this spot here using the 18,000. And then it's going to move on to the next dial. So, but otherwise, keep watching, keep checking in for updates on my Facebook page and stuff like that. And like that if you haven't already. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't either, and hope you guys enjoy this, and definitely check in for the new stop motion and stuff like that. Comment, rate, subscribe. Thanks a lot, guys.